My thoughts on the big Artemi Panarin trade. We'll start with, what he did for this franchise. And if everyone remembers in 2018, there was the letter. Obviously, there's been another one since, but what that did was reset sort of the franchise and was going to start on a different path. Now, in the summer of 2019, all those plans changed because the New York Rangers got a superstar in Artemi Panarin. And, it was evident he was a superstar. He is a superstar. Such a unique player that just changed the course of the franchise. And if you look at what he did, he had 390-point seasons, 120-point season. There was a lockout season in there as well. It was, he's led the Rangers in scoring every single year and brought them to two Eastern Conference finals. And was he Conn Smythe worthy in those playoffs? I don't know. But you need players that can get you there, and he made the Rangers relevant. As far as the deal goes, the trade, I don't know. It's hard to tell. The reports are that the Rangers were sort of backed in. More reports will come out. I saw one today that Seattle offered a big package for Panarin services in terms of a contract, not knowing exactly what they might have been offering that the Rangers would receive back. So it's really hard to decipher how well or if the Rangers did as good as they could have because it seems that Artemi decided on a city to play in, on a team to play for, and you're boxed in if you're Chris Drury at that point. So, would I like to hire pick? I think everybody would have. I'm sure Chris Drury would have liked to hire pick. The prospect I think is really interesting. This Green Tree is a big body who has, from all the accounts, of a lot of talent. You look at his numbers in junior, and those always don't translate, but he's put up really good numbers in junior. He's a big forward that apparently is skates fairly well, and it's LA's top prospect. So they parted with their top prospect. That's something. You get a pick if LA does decent. You might get another pick a few years down, 2 years down the road in 2028. It's not nothing, but you'd hope for maybe a little bit more. But that's the nature of the business. Now, the only thing I was thinking is the 50% retention, and maybe this is just what had to happen, but I don't know. I thought maybe they could have been patient and held through the Olympic break because at that point, why not? But then you have the fear of, getting zero for them. I guess that's something that they weren't willing to risk, and that's sort of where you get stuck in a box. As far as what this does for LA, this team doesn't score very well. They defend extremely well. They don't give up much. They're going to get Kopitar back soon. You can manage his minutes. I think this adds such an element to a team that doesn't score that much. They could be dangerous. This might get them over the hump. The more I think about it, what the possibilities are with Artemi Panarin, getting to know his teammates a little bit, having the break, getting accustomed to LA living a little bit, and then finishing off the season, it's something that is really intriguing in a Pacific division that is not very good. It's not a strong division. There's some talent there, but I don't think the structure is perfect. And LA's got a really good structure in their system. So Jim Hiller, his staff, they're getting a really talented player. Maybe it unlocks a Kevin Fiala who can score. Alex Laferriere, who's got a ton of speed, might open up some space for him. Artemi's going to find whoever his line mates are, put the puck on their stick. So I put him with shooters if I'm Jim Hiller. And that makes LA a pretty good team. Now, what does this mean for the Rangers going forward? You have a prospect now. That's another prospect that you didn't have yesterday, and he's there. So developing him is going to be key because forever, this young man is going to be linked to the Artemi Panarin trade. And now you have some cap flexibility to use going into next season. How you're going to do that is paramount as well. But you're the New York Rangers, so you should be able to get some free agents over there, maybe an infusion of some young talent as well. All in all, with everything that we know, and what the risks might have been of holding on to Panarin through the Olympic break, as opposed to moving him now. A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, as they say, and you have it done. That distraction's over with. What moves to come? That'll be interesting to see as well. But my take on it is they made the decision they were going to move on from Artemi, and they ended up getting something in return. How that pans out, if the Screen Tree is a second line player who can score 20 to 25 goals in the NHL the next couple seasons, I think it's a slam dunk win. But again, there's a lot of ifs, and it's hard to predict the future.